Bonkers, ready to set sail on the good ship Blackwatch.
Watch out for sail 71.
Sail 71.
Arr.
To the onion patch.
Arr.
Are the onions next to the lettuces?
Arr. Arr.
So, Mr. Bonkers, would you like to talk us through some of the features of your unique vessel?
If you would follow my finger this way down here, first to say to you landlubbers, this is not really a ship. This is by way of a representation. And the representation of the boat is made with bamboo rods. Now, notice here, the tack, and here, the safety pin hangs up the garden twine. And as you follow my finger up to the shrouds and the cross trees, you will find yourself with the quarantine flag, which is why we are here in the garden.
Oh, Mr. Bonkers, that is really very technical and very, very impressive. Could you please explain to me, what are those two elegant chairs doing in the representation of your vessel?
Well, these chairs, they take the place of most of the superstructure. But here we will be on deck. And later you will find us adding our weight to the upwind side of the vessel.
I see, and you can tell it is the upwind side because
the sail is out the other side. Down here then, we have the rope that controls this sail. This rope is called a sheet. This is a sheet, we don't call it a sheet. This is a rope, we do call it a sheet. If you follow me back here, follow along this line, you will come to the winch by which we control the tension, which pulls the sail back or lets it out around this drum winch. Now, as you know, this is only a representation of a boat. It would be unusual for a boat to have a garden bird feeder because we do not get garden birds when we are at sea. Otherwise, undoubtedly, we would carry one.
Cooey, Mr. B! I'm up here doing an aerial shot.
Hi.
Can you wave for the cameras? Thank you very much. And while I'm coming back down, could you possibly weed the beans as well? So, Mr. Bonkers, I believe now we're going to be practicing attack. Can you tell me how this works?
Yes, we're going to turn through the wind. We will bring the head sail from one side of the boat to the other.
Oh.
I will say ready to attack. If you feel ready, you say ready. And as we come through the wind, I shall be saying lee-ho.
All right. Let's give it a go, Mr. Bonkers.
Ready to attack?
Ready! Aye, ready!
Lee-ho! Going over the other side of the boat and us up on the high side.
A flawless manoeuvre, Mr. Bonkers.
Lawn. What we sailors use is a chart. And what you need to know is chart has an R in it. Chart. And so here we have the blue pieces, which we call the sea, and the yellow pieces that we experts call the land.
And Mr. Bonkers, I can't help but noticing that your chart comes in a number of pieces. In fact, it seems to come in about 1,000 little pieces. Are you sure you're going to be able to assemble it correctly in time for the race?
The ideal use of the jigsaw puzzle chart is to only take up on deck the pieces that you really need at the time.
Oh, Mr. B, you're a sharp one and no mistake.
Sometimes one piece if you're going very slowly, or sometimes up to 100 if the wind has got up.
So, Mr. B, I understand we're looking for a piece that says Portsmouth Harbour on it.
Portsmouth Harbour is one of the largest harbours in the world. You'll probably need more than one piece.
Oh, Mr. B, this is going to get a bit complicated.
This may be an occasion where doing the puzzle beforehand would make more sense.
I did say that to you before, Mr. B, and you said no need.
Well, we'll have to improvise.
Thank you, Mr. B. We will use the box lid.
Doris, what shall we do next?
Well, Mr. B, I think the time has come to practice eating the food. Now, on Black Watch, I understand that the meals are very well planned and are all served in doggy bowls. So we have been investigating the contents of our fridge and freezer, and we have here one Karalan and mango prawn curry and one lonesome sausage in a Tupperware box.
This will not sustain a crew for a mighty voyage.
That is a point well made, Mr. B. I think we better nip out down the shops and come back before we resume this exercise. So, Mr. Bonkers, it's a lovely day here in England. Can you tell me how you and your intrepid crew are going to plan to handle the bad weather that could come to you on the race to the onion patch?
Well, even on a lovely summer's day in England, there could be mighty squalls. But in the absence of a mighty squall, I have here a gardening implement. And what you will see here is that water comes in through the hose and spins out a surprising amount of water here. And so we will put out the sprinkler and we will dress the crew in the impervious costume from
Impervious
Mr. Musto.
costumes?
Impervious costumes.
Well,
You can sit on the rail for hours and the sick won't go in and the rain won't go in and the farts won't come out.
So, Mr. Bonkers, I cannot but observe that my yellow costume is completely covered in little black flies.
Rain is a-coming.
Oh. But we must stick to our stations, Mr. Bonkers.
We must be...
continue to wait out. Mr. Bonkers, you have not turned the tap on.
This is... Doris, that is unnecessarily effective.
Mr. Bonkers, this seems to be extremely effective. You seem to be getting very wet indeed.
My pretty deck shoes. Where are my Dubarry boots?
Oh dear, Mr. Bonkers, let me see if I can move this sprinkler closer to your person. For adding very similitude, I think. Oh yes. Oh hurrah. Oh,
This is very like sailing.
this is very like an English summer.
That's enough training for now, Doris. That's quite enough.
Thank you, Mr. B. I shall go and turn the tap off. Are you all right, Sid?
I'm all right. It's just the steam as gets to me.
We enter the vegetable garden on the final stages of the dash to the onion patch. Arts, actually, but they'll do, I think, for now. Mr. Bonkers, let's get out those navigational aids and have a nice cup of tea.